Hello and welcome. I'm Inverta Umbra and this is Dwarf Fortress. So as you can see, I'm in my military, or I was in my military screen there. I've got a lot of work done. My dwarves were continuing to work on it, and I was establishing some new things. I got some new design ideas. Um, and so I've done some of this once, and then my game crashed, and that was kind of disheartening. I had to come back through and try to recreate everything I had done before. And then, I was just letting things generate. I probably wasn't going to start a video until sometime in the spring when I got the Hydra Savant, Absemgor, Asmesh, Absmeshgor, I don't know, Send Liadad has come. A giant dragon-like monster with 7 biting heads. So I think he's over here. I haven't actually taken the time to look at him. Giant dragon-like monster with 7 biting heads. He is very small. Scales are gold. Eyes are black. I'm hoping maybe if it's small, it's fairly weak. But I don't know. So I've filled out the cobalt sharks with some more people. However, However, I'm not certain. Those more people aren't trained, and I'm not certain they're really back up to squad strength. And I've also set my dwarves to the archery dwarves to stand here and the melee dwarves to stand over here. The reason being is I'm hoping with a clear line of sight, maybe my melee or maybe my archery dwarves will get to peg it from far away before it really gets a chance to do anything horrible. Let's go into the burrow. Make sure everything is in for the burrow. That's not in. But that's not really necessary. Giant blue blinking screens. Okay, so let's go into the military screen again. Let's go into alerts. So civilians should go into the burrow alert. Where's the dragon? He's making his way towards our fortress. I'm hoping the rest of my dwarves are... I might... Where is the switch to this drawbridge? I might have a dwarf go ahead and pull that. And see if... So let's tell our squad, Cobalt Sharks, which I believe are the military dwarves, to move here. The Copper Humility, I want to move here. Let's have them stand right about here. Nope, wrong button. So that's where they're moving. Then B, Cobalt Sharks are moving there. So let's pull everyone into the fortress. I don't think some dwarves are gonna make it.
Sorry, sir, I can't do it.
Let's go ahead and... Is it this one? I don't remember which one of these actually is attached to the bridge. I thought they said it. So it might be that neither one of those is attached to the bridge. But I felt like I had already established one for the main bridge. Let me see. So B. Yeah, that bridge is already linked up. I don't know if it's this one. Kind of wish... Well, let's get back to that. Kind of wish it would tell me which ones it was. And do task now. This has the highest priority. Let's see if our dwarves can make it in. Oh. Come on, someone pull that lever. Someone, anyone. Before it... Oh. Hold on, our dwarves. Let's see. The flying bismuth bronze bolt strikes the Hydra in the third head, tearing the muscle and fracturing the skull. Third head. Bites the minor upper rib. Misses. Strikes at the minor. Copper bolt. Hydra misses the cook. The miner bites the Hydra in the fourth head, tearing the scale and bruising the fat. That is a nasty miner. Just. Copper pick is lodged firmly in the wound, which I believe that pick has got to be damaging because those miners should be really mean. Okay, what's going on with this now? Hydra shakes the cook around by the lower body, tearing apart the lower body. The human spearman is here. Did I totally miss which... Mid-Autumn was, the Dwarven... Yes, it was the Dwarven caravan. Why is there a human spearman here? Are they guarding the... Ha. Alright. Let's look at this cook. He's probably not in a good spot. Heavy bleeding and tired. But I think our dwarves are actually, let's take a look at, Mr. Sava. Oh, wow. Okay. And the miner who is currently on top of them. Terrified while in conflict. Lower right arm, or right lower arm is cut open, upper leg is cut open, right lower leg is bruised. And that's it for fighting this Hydra basically toe-to-toe? The cook did die. It did say it tore an artery. Are the kids jumping in? Yeah, the Dwarven children are just... You know, in all my years of playing Dwarf Fortress, I've never thought much of Dwarven children. Until today. I mean, one did just die. Someone just lost their child. Some of the stray dogs are dying. They finally got the miner. I want to see this miner. So what killed him? Yep. I was wondering if our own archers had anything to do with it. Is that kid still fighting with the Hydra, or is the Hydra dead? No, Hydra's still alive. Where are you? Where did the Hydra go? Dog mutilate corpse. Oh, the bridge came up. Oh. Someone's head. Let's let them go, and I just want to see where the... let's... where is your corpse? Did he somehow get crushed by the, let's see. Sabot, full blood. Oh, there it is. Let's view a description of it. Oh, I was hoping to see what finally killed it. So, we just lost a few more dwarves, unfortunately. We did get a migrant wave in between. Let's see if we can... Alright, so dead and missing. I guess this isn't sorted by most recent. Darn. Well, let's turn off the alert. A inactive. Military squads. A cancel station. B cancel station. Let's lower these drawbridges. And there we go. So I don't know if we're becoming more competent at killing some of these things, or our dwarves are just becoming more vicious. Yeah. Alright. Let's also DB. Let's make sure all of this is claimed, just in case. I don't know that any of it would not be or whatever, but let's make sure all that gets taken care of. Put where it belongs. So I did lose a miner. I'll have to go in and get a new miner for that. But yeah, well, made it through that a lot easier than I thought we would. Yeah. Okay. So just to show you what I've been doing, I've been slowly replacing this room's walls with gold. Eventually all of them will be replaced, and I might even floor it with gold, and this is going to go to our chief medical dwarf. And I might add some rooms. Wow, we are just getting these creatures left and right. Alright, so let me do one thing, because I did for a little while make this make these open so they go collect some of the webs. And then let's go find, where are you? Wait, were you really far down? Like, were you in another cavern altogether? Let's look at units. Others. Zoom 2. Yeah, I don't think I can even get access to this cavern. Yeah, I don't have access to that one. Alright. Well, yet another monster to go ahead and fight when I get a chance. Why does that wall go off to the side like that? Alright, well, hopefully we won't have any more above ground threats for just a little while. I still need to get rest of this set up. So what I had pretty much decided to do is I'm going to build a wall all the way around the perimeter. This was just getting rid of the water because I didn't want it above ground anymore. I already have one source of actual water. I'm going to keep this. I might even turn this whole center part into like a big lake or something. I don't know. But this area, I wanted to get rid of all the water so I could build just normally. Maybe I'll even build like a above ground dwarven town here. And then I'm going to build a wall around. And this isn't really to keep out everything. This is just kind of to funnel most ground-based enemies into one direction that I can fight them on without having to worry too much about what dwarves will be out and about and be caught in the crossfire. I might even set up little bunkers in different areas to get quick ways into the dwarven fort that I can seal up with like one lever pull. And that lever still hasn't been pulled. Another reason I decided to get rid of the water was I know having some of the water wasn't entirely full. Who is fighting? Cave crocodile is fighting with the forgotten beast, huh? But the water wasn't entirely full, so it was running around and balancing out and continually using up processing power. So I'm hoping to get rid of that, and when all this gets done, I'll actually recoup some of my frame rate. I've forgotten that I had there was one guy who was possessed, which I believe means he won't actually gain any skill, but he's gonna make us a nice craft. Hopefully it's something worth a lot. It did say he needed, I think it was like silk and some bars. I don't remember, but say he needed some pretty valuable stuff. So I'm hoping it's something really valuable. And our fortress wealth is peaking over 3 million. I've got these pumps set up, and I can start them, and I'm going to leave them alone for right now, but eventually what these pumps are going to be for is when I have a lot of idlers, I'm going to tell them to go pump. And what that'll do is make them into really strong dwarves, particularly my squad dwarves. Now I'm hoping M? No. B and then M. Now, pretty much everything that's here should be melted. Actually, I don't want to melt these. The actual bars, but anything else that's capable of being melted, I should. Scepter, pig iron bars, let's not melt that. There should be another thing of pig iron bars. I did some trading off camera, got some more stuff. Black bronze bars. Yeah, it looks close enough. Did some trading, went for more iron because we were actually starting to run out of it. Alright, and now the drawbridge is down. Our dwarves should be able to move just fine. I still, I could build an above ground dwarven town. I said no. But what should I, should I like pave all the streets or something? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I will get it figured out. So yeah, I'm having to deconstruct all of this. Well, I'm not having to, but aesthetically I want to deconstruct all this, continue the wood border right here, and then go up and follow this with a wood border, and then wall right there. And I still haven't done anything with the second tower. So none of my dwarves are stuck up in trees. I like to look at that every once in a while. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to show for this episode. I normally wait longer between doing a recording just because I don't, I sit here a lot of times just letting my dwarves run around, complete a whole bunch of tasks, then queue up some more. I've set up some more rooms to be built. They gotta put the doors in. I did that mostly because I was like, man, why are all my workshops cluttered? And then I realized these were full of doors and beds and such. So then I was like, well, I've gotta I've got to make room, so I need to start using those things. Do I have this on? No, it's just, it hasn't made those last 10. And I've got some, with the migrants came some more animals. I just put them to the slaughter because it's getting to be a problem. In fact, you know what? I have enough breeding dogs. I believe enough breeding cows right now, so... Or cats, not cows. Male, female, and I think some people own a male or female. And... yeah, just... ooh, I don't want these. Or that. And that'll increase our leather abilities. Oh. We did have one of the swords dwarves, one of the ones from the Cobalt Sharks. He was still injured in that bed, but I guess they finally got him healed. Let's see. I don't want to see the animals. Let's see. You. Smashed apart, infection. Oh, that's the other thing. I could get some gypsum powder. I couldn't get any. And I need to get someone to make soap. Make lye. Do that a whole bunch of times. I need to look into who's the actual soap maker. And then... yeah, pretty much Fortress is going as usual. I'm still on track for, you can see I've built this and kind of enclosed it. I'm still on track for building a way down. I think I'm going to bring this all the way to the south. And then maybe over. I'm going to try and bring it down through there, because I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. But I may have to shift where I'm going to move it on this level. So come down to here, go over, and then go up, and then continue down. And hopefully that'll allow me to get all the way back to past where we are with our forge area. Anyways, so I'm going to stop the episode for here. I know it's not as long as it normally is, but I really didn't have a whole lot planned. I just saw that Forgotten Beast come. Ooh, and we can look at this before we leave. But I just saw that Forgotten Beast come, and I was like, well, might as well start recording. Show it how it goes. Show how we lose a few more dwarves. Oh, that's actually worth a pretty decent amount. 43,000? Let's go view the description. It is encrusted with rectangular obsidian cabochons and encircled with bands of round obsidian cabochons, round andesite cabochons, and oval-cut pinfire opals. Okay, this thing has got all sorts of little decorations on it. It's adorned with hanging rings of cave spider silk and menaces with spikes of willow, copper, and obsidian. On the item is the image of Risen Masterynx, the dwarf, and dwarves in limewood. Risen is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of Dwarf, Risen Masterynx, the position of Queen of the subtle page, in 129. That's probably who our Queen is at the current moment. Let's see. I didn't even realize I had the screen. Oh. Risen. Yeah, I think that's Kolenka is the dwarven name, but the translation's Masterynx, I believe. We should. One of our people should be on here as well. Should be a Baron of Basement born. There we go. A Knoll. That's kind of nifty. The goblin only has a master who is Botund. And the humans, they don't have a king or something? They just have a general, war leader, and a lawgiver. Interesting. Wait. Okay, so that's what it's depicting. So we're at war with the creepy nightmares, and we're at peace with the unions of scooping. They're actually at war with us, but they're at peace with the unions of scooping, and the humans are at peace with both of us. Huh. Wouldn't have thought that would happen. But anyways, that'll be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into what goes on between episodes and how we fought that Hydra. I'm hoping with some more training after everybody recovers, we'll have some more competent sword dwarves and it will be some better fighting. But thank you for joining me. I'm Inverta Umbra and this has been Dwarf Fortress. Have a good one.